welcome back. Well, like I said in my previous video, I was about to fully load my pack and to show you what gear Ravi and I will be bringing on our first thru hike. First of all, I will be starting with the clothes that I will be wearing. And for a shirt, I will be wearing a merino wool t-shirt. It's, by the way, it's from Decathlon, so it's not a really expensive brand. My trousers are by the brand of Sprayway, just a regular hiking trousers. My underwear is also a merino underwear by the brand of Eco. On my head I will be wearing a cap and my sunglasses, also from Decathlon. Around my neck I will be wearing my buff. I think everybody knows that. My socks will be compression socks by the brand of Stocks. And I will be hiking in my Ultra Lone Peak 5. These shoes, well, they are really game changers for me. I've been struggling with sore feet for years and years. Sore feet, especially burning under the ball of my foot, ruined so many hikes. And then I turned into the Ultra Lone Peak 4 about 8 months ago, I think it was. And at first I really hated them, and there was nothing for me to like about those shoes. And but for some reason I was still interested in them because of the wide toe box, and I've got wider feet, and so that kept my interest. And I gave them another chance in my video that you saw on my YouTube channel from my overnighter at the Veluwezone. And then I found out that I did see the advantage of those shoes, and I decided to go for a new pair for this season, and that turned out the Lone Peaks 5. I have been using them on several long day hikes, and like a miracle, no sore feet. And first I was using special insoles, the Superfeet insoles, because everybody recommended them. I had special soles from a physiotherapist, but the sore feet were not going. And then I just started thinking, what can I do to make the changes? And well, what I did, I just put the soles back in that come with the Ultras, just the simple flimsy things from the factory. But apparently that's supposed to be it for me. Since then, no sore feet anymore. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to wearing them on this hike. What I also will be wearing is my fanny pack. It's by the brand of thru-hike. It comes from America. Must say, really great company. The customer service is absolutely great. Very kind people. And yeah, what I've got in there, I will show you, is my wallet by the brand of Chicken Tramper Ultra Light Gear, also from the States, and also a great company with great customer service. I've got a little pouch with valuables in it, and I have it in a Ziploc bag. In here is a little journal, a pen and a Sharpie, Ravi's passport, and my e-reader. Most people will not take it and consider it as an unnecessary item, but while I'm hiking alone and spending every night alone in my tent, I think it's nice to have something with me to read. And what's left in there is some rope and yeah, a little note that I have to attach to my tent at one of the campsites. Also in here is my selfie stick, but I'm using that to film on right now. And the last item is one item that no matter where in the world you backpack at the moment, it unites all of us backpackers, and it's the mask. On my fanny pack I have also attached a treat bag for Ravi. Filled it up completely with treats. There you go. And at the back it also has some poo bags in it. Well, that is the stuff that I will be wearing. I will now get my backpack and I will show you what's in there. Well, as you can see, pretty fully packed. The Nature Hike Rock 60 plus 5 liters. I will now take you through the backpack with everything I've got in it. There was one thing I was left to show you. I forgot to show you what was in my fanny pack. And that is the trail guide that I will be bringing. So my backpack here on front. Let's start with the front. I've got a tag on it, which I'm very proud of that I've got one of those. I know the American hikers have got them a lot on their backpack, and I have them from the company Tags and Snacks. You can find them on Instagram. Really great. Love this thing. On this side, I've got two little keychains from the trail we will be hiking. Just to show that I'm doing that trail. On my front pocket, this is my snack bag for the day, so to call it. In this one I keep all the snacks Ravi and I will be eating during the day, so I do not have to open the pack several times throughout the day. I can keep that one closed, and everything I need is here in the front. In here I've also got Ravi's bowls. You've already seen them in my video about backpacking food for dogs. They are by the brand of Krijtlandpad gear, weigh 5 grams each, and they are great to take on multiple day hikes. Or, like we are doing now, a long distance hike. I also have my first aid kit in here. I showed this one in a separate video, into which I will link down below in the info box. I also keep in the front pouch my Hydro Pack Seeker. It's a 2-liter water bag. And the reason that I carry this one is, unfortunately in the Netherlands we are not allowed to wild camp. And we have to camp on campings or campsites. And they also are often very busy. And therefore I prefer not to leave Ravi too much alone at the tent. And sometimes toilet buildings where you can get water are a pretty decent walk over the campsite, and therefore I'm taking this 2-liter water bladder that I can fill it up when we arrive, and I've got a total capacity of 6 liters of water at camp, so I do not have to keep walking up and down all the time to get new water. I also got a leash for Ravi here. While we are hiking, I will probably attach the flexi leash to my hip belt from the backpack, because I expect in a lot of places that it won't be too busy. And when we are staying somewhere for a break, or we entering a campsite or anything, then I can put this shorter leash on him. In here is also my puffy jacket. I prefer to keep it closed because well, I get it pretty hot while I'm hiking. I love to put on this jacket when I'm taking a break. It is a jacket by Decathlon. It's the Trek 100. It's a low budget jacket. It's a down jacket, but it only cost me 39.95 euros. And yeah, it's a pretty nice one. I would not say that it keeps you warm when it's freezing, but well, that time's behind us now, and it's just nice to have it with me. And when we're having breaks, and also in the evenings at camp. Also in there I have chopsticks. This is a tent cloth I have bought also from the brand Krijtlandpad gear. It's just a little microfiber cloth that I only use for drying out my tent in the morning if that's needed. I have my rain jacket in here, very lightweight. This practically weighs nothing. It's also from Decathlon, and yeah, it's a pretty nice one. It has pit zips under the arms, so really nice when the weather is getting a little bit warmer. There is no rain forecasted for the next week, but I will take it anyway because, yeah, the Netherlands, you know, the Netherlands means rain. Same for Ravi. This is Ravi's rain jacket. It is the monsoon jacket by the brand of Herta. And the nice thing about this one is that I can put it over his harness. It has a little hole in it where you can clip it to the harness, and yeah, that's very nice, because a lot of rain gear that I saw, and also that he has, they do not have a hole for a leash, so you have to stop at the trail, take your dog's harness off, which is obviously not without risk, and putting on the jacket and then putting over the harness again and fitting that to the right size, because the normal size is too small for the for over the rain jacket. So this one, yeah, it's really nice. Show you just a simple one with a belly flap. So probably also not needed, but always good to have. And let's see, is there anything else in it? Yeah, it's my rain cover. Like I said in my previous video about the introduction of this pack, I would try to fit my Osprey rain cover on it. It fits, so I removed the rain cover from the Nature Hike pack and take this one instead. Well, that one's empty now. Go to the side buckets. I have two 1 liter water bottles, one on each side. I put some stickers from Doggy Paws on this one, so I know that this one is for Ravi, because I don't always throw all the water away. If he doesn't drink, I put it back, but you never know what will be in it. I also got this, yeah, what I call it, a ground hook, ground pin for on the campsites. A little bit bulky to take, but yeah, on campsites dogs should be on leash all the time, and to avoid that I'm sitting with a leash in my hand all night, I take this one. It has a 3 meter leash attached to it, so then he has some space to walk around at camp. Here in my hip belt, on the hip belt, I've got a little poopy bag dispenser, a pack of tissues, my pocket knife, which is, if I'm saying it correctly, the Victorinox Hunter, and a spare roll of poo bags. I think you can never have enough poo bags, because leave no trace for us is leave no trace for animals, at least for me. Let's see, then I turn over to this side. There I've got my 1 liter water bottle and my umbrella. This is by the brand of Euroschirm, and it's a German brand. And this umbrella is an item that serves many purposes. Of course, it is for protection against the rain. This also has a UV protection. So when you have it above you, it's a few degrees cooler underneath it, which I tried out a few weeks ago, and it really works. And what I also would like to take this for is when we are at camp, I know we will be at a campsite where it won't be a lot of shade, and that they will be pretty warm. So then I can open it, attach it to the ground with one of my tent stakes. I have an extra tent stake with me for it. Hook it to the ground and open it, so I can create a little area of shade for Ravi. Then I'm going to my hip belt on this side. There's not much in there, there's just 1 bottle in it, but I keep it separately because it smells pretty heavy. And it's a tick spray that I can spray Ravi in the morning. So that was it for the side pockets. Yeah. Then I go to the other side. I have attached a little bottle of hand sanitizing gel. An attachment so I can also clip my umbrella to the backpack so I can have my hands free. I have a cooler cloth which I also ordered in America. I will not use it as a pee rack, because we are officially not even allowed to pee in the forest here, and we come through civilization so often by so many restaurants, and I will have plenty of time to go to the toilet. So I will just use it to keep my hands a little bit clean during the day, maybe to wipe away some sweat if needed. So it's nice for me to have. And in the front pocket I have my spot device. Most areas in the Netherlands you have cell phone coverage, but we are hiking at 3 borders around the Dutch border, the Belgian border and the German border, and sometimes you lose connection. So just to be sure, and that my parents can follow me where I am, know where I am in case they have to pick me up for what kind of reason, and just a little bit of security. So that's everything for the outside. Then I'm going to open it. On top I have a 1/8 inch pad by the brand of Gossamer Gear. This is also an item with several purposes. I can use it during a break to sit on. I can put it in my tent underneath my sleeping mat. I can put it in the tent underneath Ravi's sleeping bag. I can put it outside of the tent so Ravi can lay on it once we're having a zero. So yeah, I like those items that have multiple uses, and this is one of them. It was very hard to get my hands on one because as soon as they get in stock, well, as quickly as they are in stock, as quickly they are sold out again. So at the end I was able to get my hands on it, and then of course I got lost in America and was in Chicago for, I believe it was 1.5 months. But finally it arrived and I'm very happy that I've got one. So I'll put it a bit aside so I can take better access to what's in it. These are just some very cheap slippers, also Decathlon, €4, weigh nothing. So they are good to have on in camp when after a day of hiking I can put on my hiking shoes and have something to wear, or when I have to go to the toilet. On top is my tent, and I'm very happy with this tent. It is the Gossamer Gear the 2. Now I hear you thinking, didn't she introduce the Z-Packs Duplex a couple of weeks ago? Well, actually, yes, I did. But it turned out that that was not the tent for us. It turned out that you could see pretty easily through it. And when I was testing it out, people around me were telling me that they could see what I was doing in my tent. And I did not feel very comfortable about it because we always have to camp on campsites and they can be very busy, that you're very close to your neighbors, sometimes not even a meter in between. And that didn't feel comfortable for me. I would like to have a little bit of privacy, at least in my tent. So I got someone who wanted to buy my Z-Packs tent for almost the same price as I paid for it. So I was happy to sell it, and I got the Gossamer Gear the 2 back for it. I put it up last week to try it out, and I think this is a way better choice for us because it is way less transparent, and I think it's even more roomier, and it works in the same principles as the Z-Packs. You have 2 tracking poles to put it up. So yeah, that will be our new hiking buddy. Here I've got my toiletry bags, just regular things in it, sunscreen, medication I need. This is something like Body Glide, or you can also use this against blisters, a hairbrush. I've got some wilderness wash by Sea the Summit, so I can wash myself, do some laundry if I want to, things like that. And a little bit of gel to cool down my muscles after a day of hiking. Up here is my cook kit. And the cozy I made myself, just by that reflection material. Yes, I know, I like to put stickers on things. My pot is the one, I've got it last week, I bought it. It is the Soto New River pot. I've got it from the website backpackinglight.nl. So remember, not com, but NL. And that's one of the, I think maybe even the only shop in the Netherlands that offers ultralight backpacking gear. So yeah, that will not be my last bar I get from there. I have a gas canister in it. Probably I could do with one size smaller, but for some of Ravi's food I also need to boil water, so I did not want to take the risk to come out of gas halfway the hike, so just took a bigger one. And this is the pot itself. It does not always come out easily because it goes in more easily than it goes out. It's because of the rubber handles that sometimes sticks to the cozy. So it's a 1 liter pot, so it's a nice capacity. I can boil enough water in it for me and Ravi when needed. And I've got a little sponge underneath it to clean it, and a towel to also clean the pot. This one also prevents my gas canister from shaking around. See, it goes in way more easily than it comes out. There we go. The next item is my electronics bag. Got it in a little dry bag by Osprey. And it includes a cable to charge my power bank itself and my e-reader, a cable to charge my phone, This is the light I have for in my tent in the evenings. It's by the brand Threadlight Gear as well, and yeah, you can, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it's very lightweight. It only weighs 11 grams, so must try not to lose it. I have a cable to charge my watch. I'm wearing the Mi Band 6. That shows me the distance from the day, the speed I'm going, the weather for the whole week. So that's very nice. My headlamp, which is the Petzl Bindi. I've made sure that everything I have is rechargeable. The only thing that isn't is my spot device. So I have a set of spare batteries for that one. I have a power bank, which is by the brand of Anker, and it is a, let's see, 13,000 milliamp hour. So it's not very heavy, nice to have with me, and it will give me some power for a few nights. This is the block that I can also recharge the power bank itself when I've got the possibility to do that. And the last item in here, yeah, that is a little bit bulky, and yeah, I'm not very happy that I have to bring it, but this is how we get electricity on a Dutch campsite. This goes in yeah, a special box where the electricity is in, and then here is the place where I can put in my chargers. That was that. Following item in my bag is Ravi's sleeping bag. I already introduced this one in the video about Ravi's backpacking gear. To that video I will also link down below in the info box. It is by the brand of Wild River, and we still love using it, so why not take it? I have a cork ball with me to roll out my muscles after a day of hiking and roll out my feet. This is very lightweight, so I'm happy to take it. This is a bag with simultaneous things, so let's say my, how do they call it? Diddy bag? I think that's the right word. Let's see what I've got in there. I've got 2 little foldable travel towels in it. One for myself, one for Ravi. A roll of tenacious tape in case I have to repair something. Some repair kits for my mattress if needed, my sleeping mat. And a little sewing kit, which one we Sunday got at an hotel in Germany. So yeah, I can use it, oh, even Austria. So I can use it to fix something like socks or anything when it's broken. I also got a set of wet wipes and some little roll of toilet paper. Most campings in the Netherlands do offer toilet paper, but sometimes you get one who doesn't, so I always have a little roll with me. I also carry a pack of wet wipes from Sea the Summit. They are 8 in there, so because on the campsites I cannot always take a shower because I don't want to leave Ravi alone. I do take those wet wipes so I can refresh myself at the end of the day and then wash a little bit on the outside. So they're mostly a little washing basins on the outside, so I can use that to clean my face and everything, and then for the rest I can use a wet wipe. And I also got some KT tape in here. I'm using KT tape because I'm struggling with a groin injury for the last 2 years, so yeah, that could be the thing that's going to ruin my hike. It seems to be that I got it pretty much under control with this this tape. So I really hope that it also helps when we are out for such a long hike. So fingers crossed. And that was that. Then here I've got from Osprey a little day pack. It's very lightweight. It's an 18-liter day pack. So I can use it if we are going to a restaurant in the evening or when we are having a zero and would like to walk around a little bit. Maybe there will be one day that I can do some slack packing, so then it's easy to take this one as well, but that depends on the weather. I've also here got a little table, folding table. It's by Cascade Wild, and yeah, it's a pretty nice thing. It's a little folding table. You fold it out and then you've got something to put, for example, your cook kit on, so that is not directly on the floor. Really like this one, also from America. Yes, I've been ordering some stuff from America, but there's just things you cannot find it here. My food bag also came from the States, and it is by Hilltop Packs. Really like it. It's a huge one. In here is for a week of food, both Ravi and myself. So yeah, that's pretty heavy, but we will need to take it. And I would not go out on a restaurant each evening just because it's too expensive. And I don't want to do this to this little man here, that if he's been out on a long day hiking, that he also has to be calm in the restaurant. No, that I just want to stay at the tent and cook my own dinner and yeah, spend a quiet evening. In here, besides my food, I've got a few things more. That is a little bag with my stove. My stove didn't fit in the pot, so therefore I put it in here. I've got one that's pretty much everybody knows, I think. It is the Amazon Pocket Rocket. I have a little folder cup in here, in case in the evening I would like to have a little bit of hot chocolate or some cup of soup or something, and make it in here. Got those little towels that if you wet them with water, they expand and you get a pretty decent sized towel to clean out my pot. I have a spork to prepare Ravi's food. I've got a spork switch from the brand UCO by myself, for myself. It's actually two parts. So you've got here a spoon with a knife and here the fork part. So I can use this one, for example, in those cups when I only drink some soup or something. If I'm making a backpacking meal, I can attach them to each other. Oh, Max comes to join us. You can attach them to each other, and then you've got a long spoon as well. And I've got in here two big mini lighters. And what I also have in here besides food is my cozy for the backpacking meals. Put that one there. Oh, I also have some wet wipes for Ravi. I've got them as a sample somewhere, but they're really handy to have, just in case Ravi gets himself really dirty when we are out hiking. So I can clean him a little bit when we are in a restaurant or before we enter the tent. This is one of my other luxury items. Most people will consider it luxury, but for me it's more a necessity. It's the Helinox Chair Zero. It's a chair that only weighs 500 grams, so it's really, really lightweight. But I have broken my tailbone twice and it didn't grow back completely straight. So I'm not able to sit on hard surfaces like tree trunks or the ground for a very long time. So I cannot sit on that for the entire evening. Therefore, I take this chair and it helped me a lot. It's a really comfortable chair. I do not have the problem which you often hear, that the feet of the chair sink into the ground. I don't have that problem so far, so I'm really happy with this one. Let's see, we're almost there. In here is my quilt. It is the Cumulus Quilt 250, and it's a Polish brand, and I really liked the contact that I had with this company because they were very nice. Their English is very well, and they adjusted this quilt to my size. So because I'm tall, they shortened it for 10 centimeters, and because I have a wider pad and Ravi also likes to come and sleep under, usually in my sleeping bag, but now under the quilt, they also made it 10 centimeters wider. So I'm very happy with it. It does not even weigh 500 grams. It weighs 493 grams to be precise. So that's really lightweight. It is the first year that I am using a quilt. I've used it for the first time last weekend in the Mayenweg video. You can see it. And wow, just wow. What a difference with a sleeping bag. I turn around a lot when I'm sleeping, and with this quilt, I can just do it. And I'm not even stuck. So I really, really like it. And I'm a fan already. And I don't think I will ever go back to a sleeping bag. At least not this season. this is my sleeping bag. My sleeping bag. This bag contains everything for sleeping. That's how I wanted to say it. It includes my pillow. It's by a brand I still do not know how to pronounce it. It's Ayacucho or something like it. It was a very cheap one, but I really, really like this one. I'm having a Synergy sheet by Thermarest. It is just a cover that goes over your sleeping pad. And the reason I use that is because Ravi tends to come on my sleeping pad as well, just to protect it from dirt, but also from his nails, so it does not get a hole in it. So far, it worked really well. And let's see, is there something else in it? Yeah, this is a pump sack that came with my sleeping pad. And my sleeping pad itself is the Thermarest X-Term. I really liked it. I slept on it last weekend also for the first time in my bag. And I did not experience any weird noises or crinkling or something. So I found out that if you blow it up really hard, then I did not find it any annoying or something like that. I really liked how it slept. And the final bag, I think, yeah, is my clothes bag. It's in a compression sack by Osprey. And what does it include? It includes my beanie, also a very cheap one from Decathlon, although it's merino wool, but yeah, Decathlon probably known by many in the meantime. It's not that expensive. It has an extra pair of underwear. I have just one extra because I can do laundry at each campsite each evening. So yeah, I'm not going to bring several underpants for me. A pair of sleeping socks that I put on when I get to camp so I can exchange them for my wet hiking socks. I have an extra pair of hiking socks which are darn tough socks. Really hard to get here in the Netherlands, but finally I've been able to get my hands on a pair. This is my sleep shirt. It's a thermal shirt, not especially merino, but it's warm enough for me. It's by Otlo. And my sleeping pants from Icebreaker. This is a long sleeve that I can switch out with my t-shirt depending on the weather. It's by Jack Wolfskin. These are my camp trousers that I can put on if we are having a zero or when I'm washing my other one. My really hiking trousers. This is my fleece for in the evening or when it's chilly, which should not be the case next week. Oh look, both of them. And the last item, hello. The last item is Ravi's little sweater by the brand of Pompa. That I take with me probably only for the first few nights. First few nights are going to be really chilly next week. So, and after that temperatures are going very much higher. So then we're probably going to sweat out of the tent in the night. But first nights will be chilly, so then he has something warm to wear as well. So that is what's in my pack. This is all the gear that I'm bringing on our thru-hike that we are starting next week. And I will link to both videos about the first aid kit and Ravi's sleeping bag down below in the info box. And if you would like to know anything more about our gear, have any questions, want to know every specifications, please just let us know. There's only one thing more I would like to show you because I almost forgot. And these are my trekking poles. These are the Black Diamond Ergo Trail Cork, if I'm saying it right. But they also double as my tent poles. And Ravi will be wearing a new harness this trip. He just got it from my dad today. And it's by the brand Dog Copenhagen. It looks really nice on him. And so yeah, that we will be wearing mostly on the time with a flexi leash. And otherwise with the smaller leash that I showed you. That was really it. That was everything I had to show you. Please let me know if you have any questions. Next week, videos will be coming up from our thru hike. I hope to being able to post them regularly. We shall have to see how the Wi-Fi connection on all the campsites is. For now, thank you again for watching this video. I would like wish you a very pleasant weekend, and I would like to say see you on the trail. Goodbye!